Welcome, guys. Happy Monday. Happy May 2nd. Holy cow. I know I say that every time I leave the first call of the month, but what? May? I've almost been married 6 months. So crazy. So exciting. Excuse me. Um, I am going to quickly go over kind of the May calendar and then dive into how to maximize the Fire and Flow launch because it's this month. It happens this month, which I think it's just like, oh my gosh, we just launched Gut Protocol. Okay, now we have another launch, and then we're gonna have another launch. It's awesome that Beachbody is launching so many things. But I understand how it could feel overwhelming, that there's a lot. So we'll talk about that a little bit, but let me pull up the calendar really quick so that we can just talk about some of the major things that are happening this month and go from there. Let me share my screen. Okay, so it is Fire and Flow month. It launches for preferred customers and coaches on the 24th. So I'm going to talk about what you can be doing between now and then. Tonight we have a team call. There was also an Open Your Business call at 6 or 7, whatever time. It's 6 o'clock my time. There's an open house this week and next week. So there's an open house this Wednesday, next Wednesday. And then the 3-day results party is also kind of an open house. It really is. It shares the exact same thing. But the 3-day class pass, I invited a couple people to that last month. And it's amazing. I know Lindsay has shared some of the training that Christina has done about the 3-day class pass, but that's happening the 16th through the 18th. And then they do a real results party, which is basically an open house that Wednesday night for all of the people that are in that free 3-day class pass to learn more about, okay, now what's next? And I was one of the testimonies on it last month, and it was the exact same script as the open house. So just so you're aware of that, if you did have somebody and you wanted to invite them to that, I would invite them to it. And I would invite them to do the 3 days. So it's 3 workouts, it's clean recipes, and it's just like a sneak peek into basically what we offer. Okay. So that is happening the week of the 16th. Next week is UCC team call on the 9th and the 23rd. So again, we're still doing, I think UCC actually has team calls every Monday now, but I'm not quite sure. But we are still doing first and third Monday are Soulfully Me Worthy Warriors calls. Second and fourth Monday are UCC calls. Okay, just so you guys are aware. And we do the alternating time. So it's 8 o'clock Central Time for our calls, 7 o'clock Central Time for the UCC calls. Fire and Flow launches, like I said, on the 24th. There's also, I know if you're in the Chicago area, there is a live workout happening this Friday, the 6th, as well as next Saturday, the 14th. So if you are in the Chicago area, get yourself and some friends there with you. And then if you are a diamond or close to diamond, I think you need to hit diamond by the 12th to go to the diamond event on the 21st, which I am coming in town for. So I may plan a little meetup that afternoon after that as well. So if you're again in the Chicago area, I'll let you know if I do that, because I think I will. Also once a month, UCC is also offering a new customer orientation. I think it's always the 4th Thursday of the month. And again, it's for new customers to get acquainted with Beachbody On Demand and where everything is, and FOD groups and Facebook groups and all of the things to really get them oriented with everything that we have to offer. So I kind of just wanted to go through that really quick. I think I hit all of the big things. that are coming up in May. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me dive into you're hosting the Sunday kickoff for Sunday the 15th. There's a kickoff for 3-day class pass. Lindsay is hosting. Got it. Okay, I did create a little presentation just because there's a lot of information. I don't remember how to do this. Sorry, guys. Slideshow. Okay, so when at Super Friday in Denver a couple weeks ago, Raina Odell actually went over this exact presentation. Well, she didn't create a presentation. She just read off of notes and then gave us her notes. So I took those notes and created a little presentation for you guys to kind of help you to maximize the launch of Fire and Flow. If you don't know and you haven't watched any of the videos or looked at any of the information of Fire and Flow yet, Fire and Flow is a 6-day-a-week program, 4 weeks long. There are 3 fire days and 3 flow days. Fire days are Jericho, flow days are Elise, and they both include weights. But the fire days are a little bit more higher intensity than the flow days. That's the basis of it. Their whole thing is, I'll come back to that. Their whole thing is the slowdown. And I know for many of you, you do not like the slowdown. I've had many people tell me with even the 4 weeks for everybody workouts that those were too slow and they couldn't do it, but it is so important. And I think with this, you'll get at least a mix, whereas I feel like with 4 weeks for everybody, they all were slow. So if you hated slow, then that was probably torture for you. This at least will have 3 days of not slow. And if you know Jericho, she is not slow at all. I've gotten to do the sample of this 3 times now, twice in Punta Cana, and then once when they were at Super Friday here in Denver. And I think some of Jericho's are similar to MM100 workouts, and Elise is kind of like bar, but it's not. She says we use heavier weights. It's not bar. It's not yoga. It does focus a lot on like mobility and stuff like that, because that's so important. And what they stressed when they were in Denver here was just that, like, they want people to fall in love with movement for the joy of moving their bodies, not because it's going to get you these physical results, and it's not because it's going to, I mean, yes, it's going to make you feel better, but like there's so much joy in movement, and we should be grateful every single day that we are able to move our bodies. I was just on a new coach call this afternoon, and she was saying that she's like, I just want people, I won't share her whole story, but she had some health problems over the last year. And she's like, I just want everyone to realize that they have an opportunity to move their body every day. Not everybody does. And so I think Jericho and Elise together too, guys, are the cutest and so much fun. I wish they were in each other's workouts. I don't think that they are, which kind of stinks, but them promoting it together was super fun. So some important dates that you need to know. The sample workout launches on Monday, next Monday, the 9th. So we'll have access to the sample workout. I'll share with you like kind of how you can share that with your prospects and with your current clients and with your current customers and your coaches and all of that. Next week, Jericho and Elise will be taking over the champions page. Remember how they did that with Gut Protocol too? Kind of Autumn went live a few different times. They interviewed her and asked her different questions and gave all of the information that we need to know. That takeover is next week. So make sure that you're in the Beachbody Champions page, ready to take over or ready to consume all of that information. The coach and preferred customer launch is May 24th. The customer VIP launch is June 7th. I'm not sure what this Beachbody Challenge promotion is, June 20th to September 12th. But I found this on in the back office. And then Fire and Flow will enter the Bob Library in December. Okay. All right. But before you hear all of this, this was something that I think we're getting better at. But I think it's easy to be like, oh, there's another launch. Like I was just saying, like, oh my gosh, didn't we just launch? Now there's another launch, and then there's another launch, and then there's gonna be another launch. And you have to ask yourself, does this program align with me? Does this program excite me? Because if it doesn't, you don't have to do it and you don't have to promote it. Is it good for your business to promote every program? Yeah, it probably is. But if it doesn't align with you and you're not going to be promoting it from a place that excites you, then don't do it. Then do something else, promote something else that does excite you. Maybe you're so excited for Lift More that right now you need to take the next 8 weeks to do Lift 4. And that's what you're promoting because that's what you want to do and that's what your people are going to want. So I think it's really important to know that about yourself as you're making these decisions about these launches, especially as they're coming like one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Like I know not everybody did gut protocol because it didn't align with them. It didn't fit with them. But if it did, then great. And if this does, then you need to take the launch seriously. And how you do that is first ask yourself, who is your audience? What are you excited about? Because what you're excited about, they're going to be excited about, right? Your people are a reflection of you. Your audience, who you want to reach, are a reflection of you. So who are you trying to help? What are they looking for? What are you most excited about? Are you most excited about the slowdown days? Those days that are going to give you that opportunity to take a step back and work on your mobility and your stretching. And trust me, there's still strength and lots of balance and lots of stuff going on. But what are you excited about, Fire and Flow? And if you don't know yet, well, you're going to have to learn because we'll talk about that in a second. How's this going to help you? Start coming up with specific stories on how you can relate to your audience. Okay, the more you can dive into exact details that someone could relate to, the better the launch. And the way you're going to be able to dive into those details is by becoming a student and by learning all that you can about this program. There are so many opportunities to learn, many happening this week. So I'm doing this for you tonight. Tomorrow night, there is a live training call with Jericho and Elise at 7 Central and 8 Central. So you can choose whichever one works better for you. It is for kind of the whole network. So make sure you get on early. I'm not sure if they're just doing it as a webinar or like a Zoom call like this. They might just be doing a webinar. But that link is if you don't have that link, it is in our coach thread. But if you're not in that coach thread, let me know and I can send that link to you. I had gotten it from my mastermind. Also, I just found out that Wednesday night, Christina is doing a launch call, probably similar to this one. She's probably going to share more like the pricing and more stuff like that. She's doing that Wednesday night. So I'm going to jump on that Wednesday night, even though I'm doing this for you. Like I'm just becoming a student. I'll give you guys this presentation because I linked the product toolkit. where you can find all the sizzle videos, the info videos, the logos, the pricing images, the before and after images, like all of that info is in your back office, which I linked that there so you can get to it. UCC always puts together a launch folder. So I linked that here. Not everything is in that folder yet. I'm assume that as Christina works on her call and as more information comes out, they'll fill that folder with more opportunity or more info for us. And then, like I said, the Beachbody Champions takeover is May 9th. So all next week, 9th to the 13th. The more details you know, the more confident you're going to be about this launch. The more confident you're going to be talking about the program. Okay, you have to learn. Another really good tip that Raina gave was just Google Fire and Flow Beachbody. You'll find a ton of test group coaches who already have their reviews. They've gone through the test group. So they have results. They have done a blog post about it or an article or something, information about it. So just Google. You can always Google Fire and Flow BB. So as you're becoming a student, make sure that you're identifying like keywords and talking points from what Jericho and Elisa are talking about. So like the key things that stuck out to me when they were talking to us at Super Friday was just that joy piece, the slow down piece, because that's something that I know I need. But maybe you don't need that and you need the other side of it. So you're going to have to listen for that because I don't even know what the other side of it is. I mean, I know that there are 3 higher workouts and I know that it comes with a journal, which is a part of that joy and slow down, but there's a more to it. So be listening with your audience in mind, right? As you're learning. Make yourself a plan, which I'm going to give you kind of a plan for the rest of this month and for a little part of June. And then decide what is your total solution. Because people will buy what you talk about. If Shakeology is your thing, then that's what people are going to get because that's what you're going to be talking about. If Go and Glow is your total solution, then they're going to get that. If Shakeology and Energize and Recover are your total solution, people are going to get that. People will buy what you talk about. And we talk about that all the time. If you're talking about the preferred customer opportunity or the coach opportunity, people are going to buy that and sign up that way because that's what you talk about. So just remember that. So what do we do in May? So launch is in 3 weeks from tomorrow. What can we be doing to get people ready, to get ourselves ready? First, start documenting your journey. So we do this already, right? I do this every day on social media. This isn't anything new, but we want to start documenting with Fire and Flow in mind. So maybe you don't do, and it depends on where you are. Like I'm still doing 4 weeks for everybody. I'm doing round 2 of 4 weeks for everybody, but I'm going to start incorporating an MM100 workout in there or a bar workout in there on my 5th day or my 6th day, or a Jericho or an Elise body workout. They both have those. We actually just did a cycle and strength with Jericho this past weekend. And so just like look for all of the opportunities to sneak Jericho and Elise in there and then say like, oh, this is one of the new trainers. This is one of the trainers for our new program coming up. And then share on social media. Again, these are the things that stuck out to me when learning about the program, but what are the things that stick out to you, and make sure you're sharing about them. So the importance of the slowdown, intentional movement, joy, journaling. Okay. So in the next 3 weeks, this is what you're doing. Be a broken record. You've got to talk about it every day. Because if you're not talking about it daily, they're going to be watching someone else who is, like me or Lindsay or Stacy, and will ultimately start with them instead of you. So the same people don't, yes, I know it looks like when you look at your stories that the same people watch it, but there's always someone new watching your stories and looking at your posts. That's who you're talking to. You're not talking to the same friend who watches your story every day, who doesn't ever say anything. You know, you all know, have one of those, I'm sure. I have a couple of those. You want to be relatable. You want to ask questions. You want to do daily polls. You want to interact. You want to create FOMO. Like keep talking about it every day. How excited you are. So excited for this new program. Say it every single day. Start a wait list. So you do want to talk about how the May launch is a VIP access for preferred customers and coaches, okay? And that there will be a second launch. You don't even have to say when for customers. But if you want to start it with me first, then you're going to want to enroll as a preferred customer or a coach. So talk about it that way. Talk about like what would happen after the group. Are they going to have the access to do multiple rounds? Create the expectation of sticking around, basically is, create the expectation that this isn't just a 4-week thing and then you go do Joe Schmo's workout program. When you join, this is just your starting point. And then I help you decide if you're going to do this again or you're going to do another program. Okay. Create a form. So you can drop it in your stories. Everyone can create a link in their stories now. So you can use whatever you want to create a form, Typeform, Wufoo, Google Form, Jotform. Maybe you have a landing page, like you create that form, but basically you just need to know their name, their email, maybe their Instagram. Are you currently working with a coach and why are they interested? And when they fill it out, you're going to send them either the sizzle reel, the sizzle video, the sample workout, more information about the program, and let them know kind of what the next steps are, because they're going to be on your wait list. They could be on your wait list for 3 weeks. So let them know, okay, on May 24th, I will send you a share card after you have the conversation with them about, you'll go back and forth with them after they fill the interest form out, and you'll figure out what their best package is and all of that. And then you'll let them know, okay, on May 24th, here's what's going to happen. Reach out to your existing base. Always start with your current group members. So I'm going to start with everyone that's currently doing Gut Protocol with me, everyone that's in my just like regular group with me. I'm going to go to my Coach Online office and send an email to my entire customer list, which is huge, letting them know about the program launch, what I'm excited about, and send a sample workout on Monday. Reach out to your follow-up list. Hey, I know it wasn't a good time back then, but hey, we've got this new program launching. Here's a sample workout. Check it out. Maybe this is the right time for you to join. Look at your BOD members. Look at those that are renewing. Look at all of your downline, your preferred customers, your coaches, your inactive coaches, your active coaches, your inactive preferred customers, and your active preferred customers, and reach out to them. Make yourself a list, create yourself a plan. How am I going to do that? When am I going to do that? I would say the sooner the better. And the more often the better. You can be a broken record. You can send an email a week over the next few weeks, a message a week over the next 3 weeks to these people. Because that May 24th is going to come up quick. It's going to come fast. And then you're going to want to create your group. Remember, we're creating that FOMO. We want to plant seeds in our stories. We want to share successes and wins from our current group, because that creates the FOMO too, right? Share the results from Gut Protocol. Share how people are saying that they're feeling in your challenge group. Make sure that you're dropping your wait list, that form, in your stories every single day in some way. Doesn't have to be, the story slides that I'm sure we will get. It doesn't have to be those every day. It can just be, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this new program. Fill out this form if you want to join. Maybe some days it's longer, but create that FOMO by sharing about it every single day. Plan your group. We will likely do a big team group, but you can do your own too. You have to decide what is best for you. We always say that because some people are just more independent and they just want to do their own thing. Or maybe you join the big group, but then you have, what I like to do is I join the big group, but then I have my people in just a message thread. Okay. So maybe you have the large group and the small group. And this tip was from Raina and it really hit home for me. And I still need to be better about it. Give your group more than just IGU. I know I'm guilty of giving my Instagram stories more of me than my group. So working on that. But maybe the large group is that big community feel, right? But then you have that smaller either group or message thread where you go live daily. Just a short little check-in. You give them more tools. You offer one-on-one calls. Okay, maybe you share a daily little post. That for us, normally that's in the large group. And then what to do in June. So May 24th it launches. That is a Tuesday. Let's say coaches then start on, that would be Memorial Day, wouldn't it? Memorial Day is the 30th. I feel like we could start on Memorial Day, right? We'll have to decide what we want to do for a team start. Start on the 30th for preferred customers and coaches. Again, because we want to create that FOMO and that want to join, get the testimonies and the excitement from everyone else, not just you, right? From everyone that started it, that first week. So then on the 7th, which is another Tuesday, that's when it launches for customers. So what you want to do in June is follow up with your existing base. Again, letting them know, launches on the 7th. Share that testimony and excitement from everyone that's already started it. Maybe people are going to start it on the 24th. You will have people that will start the day they launch, the day they get access, which is a Tuesday, which we don't have to start on Mondays. We could start on the 24th if we all decide that. But I know some, like I'm still, whatever. That doesn't matter. We can decide on that. Again, send the wait list link. Let them know you're going to send another on the 7th when it's launched. Don't slow down. This was a big piece. Don't slow down your social media excitement. So I feel like we're really good up until like coach launch. And then I'm speaking to myself here. And then it's like, oh, it's here. Okay. It's here. Maybe I'm excited for a couple days. And then I stop like promoting it or inviting to it. So we want to have the same amount of excitement for that June 7th launch too. And then decide, are you going to do another round for another group of people to start at the end of June? Or are you going to wait for Lift More in July? So like you've got to, I'm always thinking ahead because I think Lift More launches at Summit, mid-July. So I think that would be an August start. So you'd probably have time to do 2 rounds of Fire and Flow with people if you wanted to. And then on launch day, you want to, again, make sure you have what everyone needs on launch day. What chair cart does everyone need? You have that list of all the people that want to join you so that on launch day, you can send all the chair carts. And then I highly recommend creating a welcome email that you can also send once they do purchase their share cart. welcome to the group. Here's a link to the group. Schedule a one-on-one with me if that's something that you want to do. Really just kind of personalize that and get them to your email. Follow up, have a prep week and start. And that's all I got. But I think some of the most important pieces are just this, like, you've got to be talking about it. You've got to be learning, becoming that student, and really not just relying on this one call, right? But using your resources, which you have a lot of them, to learn more. That's all I got for you. Lindsay, do you have anything to add?
I don't, but Oliver does.
Oh, hi, Oliver.
Go ahead.
Oliver, are you going to speak to us tonight?
He's been trying to for.
Oh, and now he won't?
What were you going to say? Go ahead.
I love you, Tasha.
I love you, Tasha.
Tasha's not on here.
Tasha's not on there.
Always, I love you, Tasha. What about I love you, Amanda?
No, I think this is great. I think that people need, not only for a launch, if I could just say one thing, is not
Yeah.
only for a launch, for every group you run, for coaching, you should be a broken record. And I'm guilty, just like Amanda said, of not talking about it all the time, because sometimes we're like, oh, you don't want to beat a dead horse. But to be honest, people only see one of 5 things that you post, or one of, it's not the same. And so I think the points that you're making for this launch are totally something to move forward with too, and then also then the giving people more than the IGU. That is something that can really, we can all fall short on, because we are so concerned with getting new people at our table to hit Success Club and to whatever, that we've stopped serving the people at our table.
Yeah.
And I've done that. So a week from today is my 9-year coachversary. And out of the 9 years, I'm sure I've done that for a month or two every year I've been a coach.
Yeah.
It's a constant, it's not if you do that, you're not failing. It's just a reminder. And I think it's as easy as, how easy is it to give everyone else you sometimes, and you forget to give the people right in front of you at home. Like sometimes, and it's like, I think just how they say, like, a partner or your kids deserve the best of you, not the rest of you.
Yeah.
That's how it is with this too. Our groups, the people who already joined us, love us, know us, like us, trust us, deserve the best of us, not the rest of us. But sometimes they get the rest of us because we're just trying to check off those boxes on our activity tracker. And if you feel like you're somebody that's like that, then I would recommend you alternating days. One day you don't invite, you don't get in your inbox, you don't do that. You go ahead and just focus on making sure you're supporting the people at your table. And then the next day you invite and you do all those building activities. And then the next day you check in on your people again. Like, you can make this what you need to make it so that you're serving those, you're bringing more on, you have time for you, and everything's balanced. It's just, what does that balance look like for you?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
So that's what I got.
I like it. Yeah. We're done kind of early. I know Julie's a brand newbie. Do you have any
Yes.
questions, Julie?
Welcome, Jules. She's probably doing bedtime.
Yeah.
You know her. She was in our challenge groups. Do you know who she is?
Oh yeah. We
Converse?
connect sometimes on Facebook or Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I know when she finally joined, I was like, oh, so excited.
I know. And we were talking about Summit, which now I just remembered I didn't call the hotel that number yet. So I will right now, but if it's closed, then I'll do it first thing tomorrow.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
If you leave phone calls up to me, we're dangerous.
There you are.
Oh, she's alive.
I'm here. I had to go into Sloane's bedroom and sit on her floor in the dark. She's like, I can't sleep without you in here. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to listen to this call, but go to sleep. So
That's
no questions, just trying to get the hang of things and
Yeah.
learn it
Learn it.
all, the process.
You're becoming a student. I think that's
Yep.
the best thing again you can do as a new coach too, is just don't get overwhelmed by it all, but be willing to
Yeah.
learn. And you're always learning, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying
We're
to do
still
all the
learning.
things in order so I don't get overwhelmed. So I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if I should get on tonight, but I'm like, I'll just at least listen, and
Yeah.
not get too ahead of myself. But I feel like it's good for
Definitely.
me to.
I think that's great because I don't think I've ever missed a team. I've rarely missed a team call since I became a coach. And sometimes it was stuff that I didn't need or whatever, but I think creating the habit of just getting on it.
Right.
So it just creates that connection and you want to continue being here and continue being a coach and paying it forward. And you don't want to miss out. It kind of creates FOMO in a good way. So.
And I don't think that you can do anything out of order. I
yeah.
think that you can get this information and then store it somewhere and use a little bit of what you can use right now until you do, because we're doing our new coach call on Thursday, right? So like until we get that and you get your kind of like footing on what's next and learn a little bit more, and then you'll like, it's almost like it's like this is here and you're like, oh, I can use this piece now, I can use this piece now. And this is actually good because you're coming in at a really great time for Fire and Flow. I personally think it's going to be a huge launch.
Yeah.
And so I think the fact that you know this now, and then like about the Beachbody Champions thing and all of that, like you're only going to be set up to have your first launch as a coach be successful because you got on tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So
I
way to
just
go.
started gut protocol today, and
Oh, you did?
I'm struggling with like what to eat. Like there was so much food. I had to like save my dinner and bring it in here tonight because I'm like, I couldn't get it all like that I needed.
Yes. Are you in the gut protocol group or just the regular group?
No, just the regular group, I think.
Okay, because you guys are doing another round, right, Amanda?
Yeah.
And is the bod group gonna
No, Facebook
extended?
group.
Just the Facebook? I thought so because I went in the bod group and noticed it was done. So just the Facebook group. So we'll get you in the Facebook group, Jill.
Okay.
That'll be better
Yeah.
support for you.
I actually liked the workout because I've been doing 9-week Control Freak. Like I was on like the 5th week of my 2nd round of that. But I like the slow down. Like I felt this was my first the first of the 4 weeks for everybody tonight, but
Yeah.
I liked the slow down and I lifted heavier than I would in 9-week Control Freak because I feel like with that you're like rushing, and I'm like, if I lift too
Mhm.
heavy, then I'm rushing and I'm not like, I don't have proper form. So I kind of
Yeah.
like this like slow down for a hot second.
I love those workouts. And my heart rate still gets up even though
Oh
it's
yeah, mine
you're
was
not
too.
doing any impact.
Mine was too. And I think it was again because I was lifting heavier than I normally would because I
Mhm.
didn't,
Yeah,
I wasn't like
exactly.
rushing, like I was taking my time. So no,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I like it. Do you have anything else you want to say? I told him we should cut his hair for baseball and he was like,
Oh, I know.
I like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's gonna have
I-
to wear
Was he
like a
playing
little,
baseball this year?
little bun up on the
Yeah.
top of his head to get those.
Yes,
buttons
practice
out of-
on his practice on Wednesdays and games on Saturdays, right?
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Oliver.
I know.
And then when does Owen have practices and games?
And then Owen has practices on Mondays. So Owen had practice tonight. He'll have practice Wednesday, and then they both have games Saturdays, one at 10 and one at 11:30.
Oh, well, that works. You
Yeah.
just spend the whole morning at the ball field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it works. And then Oliver's doing music class on Mondays and Owen's doing karate on Tuesdays. So they each have 2 things they're doing.
Wow.
So I was talking to myself in my live video today about how we were like not able to sign up for things for a while. And then now that things are open, we're like, let's sign up for all these things. And it's like, hold on a minute.
You're like, wait.
We are going to die. But
We're
it's
not used to having to be.
Right?
Going to die.
we're having fun. That's what counts, right? Are we having fun?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Awesome. I liked this.
Right.
Amanda.
This is good. Sorry, it was short, which is
No,
good.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah. Let's do a boomerang really quick and then I can go eat a second dinner.
I know I need to eat yet too.
I haven't
I
eaten.
want to.
You need to eat too. Too.
I still have more containers to eat and I don't know if I can do
You
that.
do? Don't force them if that's too much. Like,
Yeah.
Most of my
it.
protein is always animal based. So I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
what to eat for my 2 red bees. Or
I make
whatever.
I make a quinoa dessert almost every night.
Oh, that's a
Quinoa,
good idea.
sometimes by itself with some maple syrup and fruit. Sometimes I add coconut yogurt to it if I still had a blue left.
That's a good idea.
It's so yummy.
My Shakeology isn't here yet. It's on its
Oh,
way.
okay.
I think it's
That'll
supposed to
be
be here
easier to
tomorrow. So
get.
that'll be
Yeah.
1. I'm like, then I only have to think of like 1 each day. But today I was trying to come up with 2 and I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But figure it out.
Yeah. You'll figure it
You
out.
want to do a boomerang?
It's only day 1. You want to do a boomerang with us, Oliver?
I like that look right there with like the bang in the face. There we go.
What are we gonna do for our boomerang? Ninja?
All right. Get ready, Oliver.
Let me pick your
1.
number.
Oh, she's back. 1,
There she is.
3. Cute. All right, girls. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yay. Thanks for hosting.
You're welcome.
Way to
Thanks,
jump on
Amanda.
there.
Yeah, way to jump on, Jules
Woohoo.
I'll be here.
and Ange in the car. And thanks for always being here, Stacy. We love you.
Yeah. Stacy's the MVP.
Yeah, she is.
She's always on. She's everywhere. Live video. She's commenting. I'm like, dang it, I love her.
Can't get rid of me now.
Will you be at Summit, Stacy?
Yes.
Yay.
I
Oh, good.
got like the success starters 2 years ago, I think. And so like each year it just kept transferring, like my
Oh, it
free ticket
did?
transferred.
Oh,
Like, 'cause last
awesome.
year was canceled and yeah. So
You got the
Yay.
free ticket today or this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's awesome. And
We'll
hopefully
have to meet
Ange
up.
will just call in sick to work. That's what I'm trying to get her to do.
Yeah,
I
we'll
might be
meet
the
up.
only one there because everybody's quitting. So we'll see.
Oh, great.
Oh, geez.
Maybe you should just quit too.
Sayonara.
Yeah. Bye.
Open it. I'm open.
All right, friends. Have a
All
good
All
night.
right. Have a good one.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.